If you are going into any business, you must understand the business A to Z. You must know that business. You shouldn't just go and invest because somebody now will say, okay, hey, there's good money in cement, then you go and jump into cement. You have to understand the business in and out. And that's the difference with me. I know my business in and out. You can wake me up any time and ask me about fertilizer, ask me about anything that we are doing. And the other one is really to work very hard, and you have to have the tenacity of continuing to, you have some hiccups here and there, but you have to be focused in terms of what you are doing. It's not the end of life if we're taking a downturn, because it's like a graph. That's how business is. But you always have to be ready for good times and also for bad times. But you see, a lot of people, even the younger ones, we need to be also very, very careful, because one of the biggest issues with us Africans is that we spend our projected incomes. Once you start doing business starts doing well, rather than for you to keep reinvesting into the business, you start spending money and thinking that profit will continue to come. There are ups and downs in business, so you need to be very, very focused and see, okay, fine, what do you do and how do you do those things?
So you're not supposed to buy a Porsche car or...
No, you are not supposed to do that. You see, because those luxury things, they also take up your time, which will not make you focus on your business. It's like I don't have any holiday home anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't have a house anywhere, but I know people who are working for me, they have a house in London, but I don't. One thing that I'm very, very proud of is that I did not inherit any money from my father. I built everything from scratch to where I am. What we do as Dangote Group, we use our businesses, like now we're using our current businesses to build the future of the business. Like when we're in sugar, it was the sugar profit that we used in building the cement. Now with this cement, we're building so many things, refinery, fertilizer, petroleum products, and then we're doing also petrochemicals. We're not doing like other Africans where most of the money is in the bank. Right. We don't keep any money in the bank. Whatever we have, we fully invest, and we keep on investing, and that's what we do. The most important thing is the fundamentals of the business. If this business fundamentals are good, if the fundamentals are good, then you go ahead. I can say that 90% of whatever we invested in, we are doing very well. So I think it is where you should invest. Even myself as an African, I cannot invest in every single sector. So I have to be very choosy of where I invest. I think the most sectors to focus is either ICT or agriculture. These are the two promising, this thing that you need to focus on. Countries that I can suggest for people to invest, one of them, of course, Nigeria. My own duty today as a Nigerian, not as Aliko Dangote, is to keep convincing people to come and invest in Nigeria. And I keep telling people that, look, Nigeria is the best kept secret. Ghana is a very good place to invest. Cote d'Ivoire, Kenya is also a very good place to invest. Africa is full of opportunities. Opportunities are enormous. It's not only in oil or in copper or in coal. I mean, there are so many areas. I mean, you look at it today in Africa. In agriculture, you're going to make huge tons of money, because we have 60% of the world's arable land. So with that, you cannot really go wrong. And you go back and look at countries like Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, all these countries before, they were living on agriculture. Okay, but unfortunately, oil came in and everybody thought, well, look, we've had enough. Oil is good enough to give us all what we needed. There was no zeal in terms of growing the other various sectors. So people just jump on oil, and even somebody who is just a peasant farmer in the village want to take a bit of a cut in terms of getting his own oil share. So that's really what destroyed, some of economies. But right now, things are bouncing back. Well, I came from wealthy family. My grandfather was my great-grandfather from my mother's side was actually very, very wealthy, Alassane Tata. And then his son, also Sanusi Tata, whom really raised me up because, I lost my dad at the age of 8. And, so after educating me, he gave me a loan of which I was grateful, and I paid back in 3 months, because business was so good. The way it is that when you first start business, your target is to make your first million. Okay, fine, I did that. But, after, a year or so, I realized that, look, I have much more than 12, 13 billion, and I said, okay, fine, all these numbers are just written numbers.
Yeah.
And one day I went to a bank.
Yeah.
At that time there were no restrictions of this, and I wrote a check and cash $10 million, and I took it home.
For yourself?
For myself, yes.
You cashed $10 million from the bank?
Yes.
Yes, and took it?
I put it in the boot of my vehicle, and I went home, and I opened it, and I look at 10 million, I said, that, okay, fine, now I believe I have money. I know.
So you put this in the bed and slept all night on top of it. You made love to your money.
It was in the boot of my car.
Yeah.
But I bought it, and I went there by myself. I drove myself to the bank. I cashed the money, and I put it in my room, and I look at the money, and I took it back to the bank the next day. Anytime when I have excess money, I like to put more in terms of charity. Okay. I don't really have very expensive lifestyle.
Can I ask you how much money you have in your wallet today?
Today?
Yeah, how much money you have in your pocket?
You'll be very, very surprised. I don't even have, not even $1, nothing.
You have no money on you?
Nothing. Okay. Nothing. I have nothing.
That's money for you guys. When you have money, you don't carry money.
My upbringing from my late grandfather really helped me quite a lot. He was a very, very humble person, and sometimes he used to drive himself. And that's what I do now, even on weekends. Right now, once I finish this interview with you, I won't go out with the driver. I'm going to go alone, and I'm going to drive myself. I mean, I feel safe, and really I don't have any issues, with that. It's always better to be humble. They say that no condition is permanent. So I want to always run my life, whether I have money or I don't have money, I can run it, and it's true.
It is true indeed. If you are focused in whatever you are doing, you will achieve greatness. Aliko Dangote is an example of that. Thank you for your time.